channel Beauty Boomer. My name's Rose, and today we're going to take a look at my influencer palettes. I'm going to rank them, and I'm only doing palettes that are still available. So let's make a start. We're going to start off with my, I guess, the bottom of the 8, and that would be the Jaclyn Hill palette, and mainly because of the quality. Okay. It's a nice palette. It's got a lot of beautiful colors, but I do find that there are some inconsistencies in the formula, and that is why this is ranking at the bottom. But there are some beautiful oranges and corals that I like, and there's this fantastic red shade, just beautiful. So, you know, it's more, I would say this is a great color palette if you just want to have some pops of color to add to a neutral palette, but this does rank in the bottom for me. This palette retails for $39, and it's still available at Ulta and Morphe. I will list everything below in the description box. The next palette, number 7, would be the Conspiracy palette. Yes, I drank the Kool-Aid and bought this palette. I reviewed it, and I don't think I've ever worn it since. So let's take a look. The packaging, while it is, you know, really spectacular, it is hard to store this palette. It doesn't line up with all of the, you know, flat palettes, so you either have to, you know, keep it on display or put it in a closet, which I have done. But so let's take a look. These are the colors. Now, the thing about this palette is it has some great neutrals. So if you have this palette, not sure you need the ORGY palette by him. But it does have some great neutrals, and it has some wonderful pops of color. I have a problem lately with pressed pigments, and so like these bright reds and oranges, they seem to irritate my eyes. So I'm trying to buy palettes right now that are just basically eyeshadow palettes, not pressed pigment palettes. So this palette has this beautiful pink color, very vibrant. It has some nice, beautiful brown shades. Jeffree makes beautiful brown shadows. So if you have this palette, and maybe the Thirsty palette has some nice browns in it as well. I did like this darker green color, but I never seem to do a look with it, but I like it in the palette. I think this is a very pretty palette to work with, to look at, but a little bit difficult to work with. So it's something that, I don't know, I guess right now it's just a collector's item, and, you know, I don't really use it. So that is number 7. And the Jeffree Star palette does retail for $52 and is still available on his site, and I believe it may be on Beautylish as well. Okay, so the next palette, the lettering has worn off, but it's the Emily Edit palette. This is a terrific little palette. It's from Makeup Revolution. I just checked their website today. It's on sale for $6. So if you have someone in your life who is just starting out in makeup, this is a fantastic palette. And you can see this was well used by me. I really liked it. I thought for the price point, we'll swatch a couple of the colors are pretty. This one has a very nice green as well. It has a couple of greens. You know, you have to build them up, but I think it was very pretty. Just a nice palette. You know, it's you know, hard plastic. You know, it was retailed originally for $20, so it's on sale now for $6. So if you never picked it up and you like Emily, you want to support her, I would say go ahead and pick this one up because it's a nice palette. And that's really all there is to it. So my next palette is my Smoky Glow palette. Now this was a collab with Midas Cosmetics, which is a small independent makeup company. Smoky Glow is a young YouTuber. She's about 24, 25. She does makeup and commentary. And I really like her. I've watched her since she was at about, I don't know, 20,000 subscribers, and now she's well over 100,000. So this palette I thought was very cute. And now I do have a broken shade, but I thought it was very youthful, very, the price point, I believe it was $36. So I thought it was really great. I love this shade here. I think that's so pretty. It's like a little lavender shade. It's got this really nice kind of corally orange shade, very pretty pop of color. It's got some beautiful magenta shades. So again, and it's got your neutrals. So it's got 1, 2, 3, 3 neutrals and a neutral shimmer. So, you know, you can do a lot of looks with this palette. And I think it's a great palette. Like I said, very youthful. And I'm very happy that I bought this palette. My next palette in the ranking is the Goddess palette by Lunar Beauty. The packaging is just fantastic. It's beautiful. It is a basic neutral palette with a few pops of colors. But if you want to do, you know, a classic Copper Eye Nude Lip, this is the palette to go to. It's very pretty. It's still available. Let's see, it retails for $48. One of the shades that I really love is this blue. I thought it was very pretty. So it's blue, but it's got some brown shifts too, so it blends really nice. This Rush shade is also very pretty. And then it has this sort of cranberry copper. So very nice palette. Not A+ on the packaging. And I would buy this again. Really like that one. Now we're getting down to my top 3, you guys. And this is where it gets kind of hard because I love YouTube. I love YouTubers. In fact, this t-shirt is from Tammy's Ageless Beauty. I will link her channel down below, and I'll link a video that she did explaining the t-shirts, and that has links to the company that makes these t-shirts. They have a whole lot of different sayings. This one says bijou. That's how she ends her video, which is French for kisses. And so I like to support my people that I watch, obviously. So I have I could do a whole other ranking their merch videos, but that's for another time. So in number 3 would be Makeup Geek. Now I think the Makeup Geek shadows, these are some of their new pastel colors. Absolutely gorgeous. What's nice about them is they're pastel, but they have pigment, okay? So they are very pretty, wonderful shades, very nice. And then, you know, she has all the classic shades too. This is a little palette that I put together for a video. This is my jam. Very similar to what I have on my eyes. Just love her shadows. Now they retail for $5.49 each. And then you can buy the palettes. So they are a little bit more expensive, but they are on par with MAC in quality. They have pigment, they blend out beautifully, they're buildable, so they're not going to, you know, overwhelm you. They're just fantastic classic shadows. So really, really like her quality, and I have a code. I'll link that in the description box below. So those are wonderful. The next palette coming in at number 7 is the Wayne Goss palette. Now this just came out. It's sleek, it's sophisticated, and I just love it. Again, very similar in tones to what I like. Just classic eye. You know, you can do a daytime look, you can go into evening, you can add a little sparkle. Just fantastic. This palette retails for $55 and the quality is really, really great. Now his shades, while they're matte, are just great. There's some more. And he has this sort of satin shade, which is so pretty. You see my arm is starting to get all stained up, you guys. So my number one influencer palette, unless you haven't guessed it yet, is the Tati Beauty palette. I absolutely love that. This is what I did my look with today. I love this palette for so many reasons. It's got a nice big mirror, but it's so versatile. It's got your great tones. It's got them in 4 different finishes, from matte to semi-sparkle to shimmer to glitter. You can go, especially in the fall, you know, back in the days when we went to holiday parties. Remember those days? This was a great palette. This came out last year, right in November, right around the holidays, and it was my holiday go-to palette. I just love it. I can do so many looks with this. If you're traveling, you know, it's not super bulky. I love everything about this palette, and I'm hoping that Tati Beauty comes back strong and comes out with some other products. So this one retails for $48 and it is still available. So that is it. That is my ranking of my influencer palettes. I do have several others, but I only wanted to do ones that were still available at this time. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up if you want to see me do some more videos like this that are not just straight up tutorials or things like that. So I want you all to take care, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.